Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get my chat running first, the live chat. We should be able to get it done. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, hello, hello. It's Christelle Martinette here, and I'm here with a reading for Aries for the full supermoon in Virgo, which is the 19th of February, next Tuesday. And the energy always spans a month, a week. 3-4 days before, 3-4 days after. Do take a look at my website, www.christellemartinette.com, or write to me, readings@christellemartinette.com. Now, I'm going to start a reading, a certain spread, and for the beginning, the issues of this period, I'm going to use a card from my, hello everybody, from my collection of fine arts paintings cards. And then I'm going to use this lovely deck called Ludi Lescott Tarot. Ludi Lescott Tarot. It's not a quirky deck. It's an odd deck. It's very different from other decks, but it's interesting. Then I'll be using I have to get them, just a second. My Vera Sibilla cards, and then crown the reading with a rune casting. So let's start. First of all, I'm going to take the cards, my fine arts paintings cards, that will define for us the issue for you, Aries. We're going into this full moon period with something, okay? We have an issue, okay? And I'll show you those cards. Then I have 4 other cards that I'm pulling, and I'll tell you each card that I show you, I'll tell you what it's all about. All right, now, let's get this out of the way. Shall we begin? Ladies and gentlemen, Aries friend, the first card is the issues. This is Flowers in a Crystal Vase by Manet, Impressionist. Then we have the card of actions that you take in relation to those issues. And this is, lo and behold, the 13th major arcana, which is a death card. And I'll take another card on that from the bottom of the deck. From the bottom of the deck, I've got the 17th major arcana, the Star. How nice is that? Then we have a card that signifies the environment that you operate in, the context. And this is the Ace of Pentacles. Then the emotional side to that period, to that moon phase. And it's the Emperor here, the Aries card. Then we have the last are the changes that you affect in that period. And this is the Knight of Swords. All right, now we've got a number of things here. I remember that we've just come back from this new moon, right? We came from the new moon, and everybody, I'm sure you felt it. There has been just rip-roaring things starting completely, off, Everything just started. New things, new projects, new everything. And what are we thinking about in this period? We're thinking about, well, now where are we going? Where do I want to concentrate my most important efforts? Now, the way, Aries, you go about addressing, well, where do I want to go from here? What am I going to do? Is twofold. One, you are ready to shut the entire past. You're ready to say goodbye to what you have been doing till now. Get rid of people in your life who are no longer serving you, people who you just don't connect with. Going and knocking on those people's doors that you do connect with and that you may have not, may have stayed away from. And you do this in such a way that, you know, you feel like you have a honing device, you know, a homing device that's stuck onto your navel, and you have a direct route, and you know exactly what you want to do. And this is how you go about it. You go straight to the source, and I'm talking in spiritual terms, but at the same time, you go as if you have a beam that's shooting right in front of you. You know what you have to do. You know exactly what you want. You know what is going to best serve you. And you go and do it. What are you up against? What do you have that conditions you around you? We've got this Ace of Pentacles. And if I were to say, look, Aries, what would be the best condition for you to have? It would be the Ace of Pentacles, because it's a moment of grace in the sense that it creates, you can't make a wrong move. If you have any project, anything that you want to risk on, anything that you want to take off, do it now in this full moon period, Aries, because you are in what we could definitely call a moment of grace. Now, there is an emotional side here to the way you go about things and your emotions, how invested they are in this period. And we've got the Emperor. I mean, we would say tarot readers may consider, well, the Emperor, what kind of emotional things are they all about? An Emperor is a man who rules. An Emperor is in a place that makes it appropriate for him to rule. He is a leader after all, right, Aries? And your emotions are right behind every single step you take, because you know that you have never before, like now, are in the moment. You're in the moment, and every step that you take is done with a sense of purpose. Very, very timely, very important. If you have to get things done, you've put them on your calendar. Don't let them slide, because this is the time that you want to face up to certain responsibilities. Effecting change. What is going on here with you? Well, what can I say? This Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, you effect change. You know, you take the sword, lash it through. I'll show you something. This is my sword. I was a baton twirler, so I'm going to use it as a sword. You lash across, and you go right, you know, you just go right in, just like I was saying with that beam and that homing device. You go right in, and you know that even if you make a mistake, and you won't, we are human. We do make mistakes. Don't tell anybody that Christelle Martinette said that we don't make mistakes. Even if you make a mistake, you know that it's no problem, because you have the ability then to pick up your pieces and then autocorrect, as if you were, you know, you're programmed for a correction phase, even if you tend to go off track. Now, what I'd like to do is take the Sibilla here and check a bit of the things that I have been saying. First of all, the issues and what they may be all about. Well, all right, now we get to the brass tacks. We've got, I always say, this is the bitch, Nemica, this is the female enemy. Then we have the child, and then we have sighing. Now, of course, I'm seeing these as responsibilities that come in, and as they say in English, rain on your parade. You have an idea of what you want to do. All right, say you have a job. You're in an environment, and you have a full-time job, but you have your own project to start your own business. And at the same time that you're on the job, you're starting to plant seeds. And you have been planting seeds. This is an example. You have been planting seeds. On your job, you're given responsibilities that just take up so much of your time. And the difficulty is that you have to own up to those responsibilities because you were given a certain amount of power. Maybe you're a supervisor, maybe you head a unit or something, and power comes with responsibility. Now, the issues are, how am I going to know if it's possible for me to start my own business when I'm in this position? And so the issue here is, yes, I do have this binary situation where my mind is on one track. Well, my body is on one track, and my mind is on another because I'm planning and accept that I'm here, right? Let's look at the cards that have this death card and the star that talk about the actions that you take in relation to the issues that you have, the issue that you have. All right, now we've got really interesting. Allegrezza al cuore, happiness in the heart. We've got la riunione, the meeting. And then we've got viaggio, movement, a trip, actions you take. There is, first you contact other people, you get all of the positive information that you need, and it's like you're going and picking apples. You know, you have a bag here, and you're picking apples, and you talk to somebody, okay, I have to put that in there. That is going to serve me. Then you walk along, you talk to somebody else, take it, and you put it in your bag. So you have this bag with all of the good apples that you're going to need for that project of yours. And you're really on the move. You are on the move. This is a period where you are on the move, Aries, and there is no stopping you. I'm going to take a look now at the Emperor here, the emotional side to the period, the moon phase. Yes, we've got some. Look at this. All right, we've got the militare, the military. We have the prison and the prisoner, and we've got the Gran Signore, this great individual, this important person, like the Emperor. And this is a double message. What does it tell you? That if there are any emotions that you have, keep them under the surface, because the decisions that you take are going to be dictated by your gut. Okay, your gut is going to pull you ahead. And the emotions will not have enough time to even reach the surface. And you are keeping things under wraps. You don't really want to tell anybody about these plans. And those are the ingredients of success, really. One more card, this last card, this Knight of Swords that speaks to change here. I'm going to see what that is all about. Okay. Well, we have this card, Gelosia, that's jealousy. Doesn't always speak to just jealousy. Of course, this talks about issues that are going against you. This is the Gran Consolazione. This is arguably the best card in this deck, is the great consolation. It's abundance, really, and fortune. These two together, you can call it a day when these two cards come out. But what does this say in relation to these two? It's 2 to 1. You lash out at any kind of negative energy that comes your way. You deal with that head on. You don't let anything, like I said before, rain on your parade, because this is a win-win situation, Aries. It's a win-win period, and you are on the move. Let me take the runes and take a look and see what they have to add. Oh, I love when I get these runes out like this. Otala, right in the big. Okay. If truth be told, that's the way they say it in English, if truth be told, I have to say, Aries, that it's very clear to me that you are using your gut you are thinking with your gut. That's what you do best. You are intuitive, but it is the gut that moves you, and you first take action and then you think, and this is what you do too. And I have Kinax Merkstave that tells me you don't have enough intuition for your own projects. That's not what you're riding on when you take action. However, there's AWATS, and AWATS tells me that you are protected. Like I said, this is a moment of grace. You can relax that way. Now, there's some other indications here. One is Yera. It talks about time, and it talks about the importance of understanding that, yes, we have this ace of coins, and the ace of coins lays the way. It opens the way for you as if there were a red carpet, but it will take time. It will take time for you. It will take at least 6 months for you to realize what you're planning now, at least 6 months. And the idea of change. All right, we talked about the Knight of Swords, brandishing the sword, brandishing the sword. And we talked about how you don't let anything get in your way. Nothing rains on your parade. There is one issue that the runes here, this is Hagal or Hagalas, and this rune is suggesting to you, Aries, stop, take a minute, breathe, because if you don't breathe, it will not allow you to understand what you're going through and what you're doing. You are in the moment. We talked about being in the moment, but you need to stop, listen, breathe, and think. You need to stop every now and then in this moon phase. So interesting and so true. And I'm leaving the less for best. I'm leaving the less for best. I'm leaving the best for last. The tongue. First of all, I've got Otala. And Otala tells me that the key, this is a key, this is Gifu. The key is an exchange. You are not an island, Aries. You do love going it alone. This period, you need even just a shoulder to cry on, even just someone who can just lend you their ears, somebody who can listen to you and your projects, but you need to have an exchange with someone. And the idea of the emotional, the way you expend your emotions in this moon phase, this emperor. I've got here Diag, and Diag tells me this is a cycle that you propagate. This is a karmic cycle. The way that you act in terms of getting what you want. Getting what you want. Your emotions are a little bit underneath the surface. Many people would say, no, that's not true. Aries uses their emotions to move forward. I'm looking at it, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm seeing it is the gut. You're using your gut, which is fine. We all have our modus vivendi, our MO, our modus vivendi, and we all have our way of acting. Here, I'm seeing that this is more of the same. It's a karmic cycle after all. And in this moon cycle, you are using that from the outside, Aries. From the outside, it looks like that you see no one in your path. Family, friends, you just go right down your, and obviously it's not true. They see you differently than what you obviously see yourself as. But remember, you could make do with this mirror effect about how, how they see you and what you see yourself in terms of how you act in this period. Remember, breathe, 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 but you're on the move, Aries. Namaste. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscriptions. I love it, and I appreciate it. Until we read together again, Aries. Bye-bye.